Now, ladies and gentlemen, your next bout is 3 5-minute rounds in the 205-pound light heavyweight division. This fight brought to you by Spivey King and Spivey LLP and True Line Construction.
Yo, what up, Kingsport? It's The Problem, and I'm here to derail the pain train. Let's go.
Nate Jolly, I had the opportunity to talk to Jason Fann for a decent amount of time coming into this fight, and I gotta tell you, he really comes across as a very cerebral fighter, almost a philosopher, for lack of a better term. He talks a lot about what it means to be in a sport where it's a solo sport. He talked about the honesty of being in the cage, how there's no deceit, no lies, nothing but one man going up against one man, and he loves the purity of that. And he says that, you know, you really can't find that in too many other places in this world. And I thought to myself, wow, that's very profound. He's clearly a deep thinker, and I can't wait to see what he brings to the cage tonight.
You know, I gotta agree. I saw him warming up backstage, and this man was very relaxed, but very, very focused. You can tell he was in his own world, and he's been focused for the last few hours on coming out here and doing this job. I think he's going to be a tough opponent. You look at him, he looks like a pretty muscular guy. Looks like maybe he lost a little bit of weight, and you know, he looks like he's coming. We can't wait to see him get in the cage and get this thing started.
Jason Fann quoted Teddy Atlas to me back in the locker room, and he quoted Teddy Atlas calling well, I guess Teddy Atlas is talking about the boxing ring, but he means the cage. He called it the Chamber of Truth.
I couldn't agree more.
I thought it was a good one, and you know, Jason Fann also talked about how impactful it is to put your not just physical well-being on the line, but your pride when you're fighting in the MMA cage.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I've outworked him, I've out-trained him, I've out-hustled him. Now I'm going to smash him.
And you hear the ovation and the cheers for the Pain Train Anthony Boyd. He's definitely a hometown favorite. Probably a good opportunity to talk about our sponsor, Toyota of Kingsport, where he is a salesman, and he does very well. He's a head used car salesman, a hard-working guy. Go see him at work, come see him in the cage. He does it all, Anthony Boyd.
Jason Fann, 0-3, 33 years of age, 3-inch height advantage over Anthony Boyd, and he weighs in at 202 pounds. The fans are taking Anthony Boyd 67% over 33% of Jason Fann.
And that's no surprise, you know, Anthony Boyd's the hometown guy. He does have a better record, but I'll tell you what, most of these guys are very well trained, and those records don't mean anything once the cage door locks.
You know, Nate, you mentioned the place of work for Anthony Boyd. He works at the Toyota of Kingsport. Interestingly enough, he was a state championship wrestler prior to working there, and it was in the very service department of Toyota of Kingsport that he met a man that started to train him martial arts techniques and stand-up, because he's already good at wrestling. And it was literally, he told me, literally in that same service department was where he decided that he wanted to be a mixed martial artist, training after work, training moves and techniques after work. So the right place, right time, turned a wrestler into a fighter, and I can't wait to see what he brings tonight.
Absolutely. As I said, you know, Anthony Boyd has been training his butt off. He's in great shape, and everybody's obviously excited to see him as you hear the fans get loud when he gets into the cage.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, 3 5-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division, brought to you by Spivey King and Spivey and True Line Construction. Introducing first, the fighter on my left. He weighed in at 202 pounds with a record of 0 wins and 3 defeats. Fighting out of Hampton, Virginia, Jason the Problem Fann.
Anthony Boyd.
And now his opponent. Fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 205.5 pounds with a professional record of 2 wins, 0 defeats. Fighting out of Team Oxidine, Johnson City, Tennessee, and making his return to the cage after 3 years, Anthony the Pain Train Boyd.
And you hear that ovation for the Pain Train. Everybody's been waiting all night This is the
Your
co-main
referee
event
when the
for a reason.
action begins, Blake Grice.
That is an intense stare down Nate Jolly. Anthony Boyd takes on Jason Fann, light heavyweight division, professional matchup. Here we go.
And our third man in the cage, Blake Grice, puts it underway, and here we go. Solid leg kick from Jason Fann, a couple of strikes. Boyd's in on the double leg.
Right away, you have a wrestler versus striker matchup. Jason Fann looking to sweep, unable to do so. Anthony Boyd now in top position.
Almost got swept, but he was able to maintain, and now he is in side control. Has the knee pinned in the crucifix position. Let's see what he can do.
Bad news for Jason Fann early on. Anthony Boyd winning the scramble, showing his wrestling dominance. That state championship level wrestling showing
And
right
with
away.
Fann, I thought I saw Fann tap for a second, but maybe not, but this is about to be over. And time.
That's it.
That is it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight has been called to an end, and your winner, Anthony Boyd.
Yep, Anthony Boyd by complete domination, it seems like. And Jason
Fann
is
not
very
happy about
upset.
something. It looks like he thinks, I can't tell, but he may have been claiming he got hit in the eye.
In the eye, or maybe it looks like he's claiming that he got hit in the back of the head. And I'll tell you what, Blake Grice is one of the best referees out there. There are some times when you're refereeing, you just don't see things, and if that happened, it was totally unintentional on Boyd's part, and definitely unintentional that, you know, he didn't see it. We're looking at the replay,
Here's
though.
the replay. Can we see what's happening? We can't.
Can we get a representative from True Line Construction to the cage, please?
tap.
True Line Construction.
He did
He
tap.
did
You
tap,
saw that.
But Blake didn't see it. He was on the other side, and that's totally understandable. You can't be in every place at once.
And you know, shots to the back of the head are one of those gray areas in MMA. They're not legal. However, sometimes a fighter can turn their head one way,
Exactly,
and a punch
exactly.
that was heading towards the chin all of a sudden hits the back of the head. Can you really punish the attacking fighter too heavily for that?
Well, no. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know, this is one of those things where fans have to understand that an intentional foul and an unintentional foul are very different. I did not see the back of the head foul, but let's see this replay. But he reaches through his legs and taps on his butt as soon as he gets to side control and starts pounding. But as I said, Blake is on the other side. We saw it from here. I saw it from here, but I wasn't sure. And Blake ends up being just on the other side as he's switching right now to see it.
Yeah.
If you watch his bottom, if you watch Fann's right arm, once he takes that one, he starts tapping right about.
There, that may have been it. Well, that could have been. That might not have been a tap actually on second look. It could. I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm really not. It could have been.
Ladies and gentlemen, Blake Grice stops the fight at 42 seconds into round number 1. Your winner by tap out due to strikes, Anthony the Pain Train Boyd.
And no matter how you slice it, a great performance by
Ladies and
Anthony
gentlemen,
Boyd.
presenting the award to Anthony Boyd, KD Moore from True Line Construction and KBM Commercial Properties.
I tell you what, that's got to feel great to take 3 years off, come back, fight in front of a hometown crowd, and get the win in the first round. Congratulations to Anthony Boyd and the fans showing their approval right now.
I'll tell you what, from being in the cage, I'll tell you this. Anytime you can get a win and walk out of there with your face looking like nothing happened, you have done well.
You have won the game, sir. Anthony Boyd all smiles.
Absolutely.
Anthony, congratulations on the win, man. Wow, it's been a long time since you've been inside the cage. These people are chanting Pain Train. How's it feel to get back inside here and throw down again?
That was awesome. Hey, Mom. Love you.
Talk about the fight, man. You know, Jason Fann, kind of a wild card coming in. You know, he had lost 3 pro fights, but he's always dangerous, man. Throwing those hands, trying to make things interesting. What was the game plan coming in here to the fight?
Well, he sure had a good right kick. I still feel it. But just plan on taking it straight to the ground, pounding, and finish just like it did. That's the plan.
Pain Train, you are back inside the cage. Now everybody is going to want to know, when the hell are we going to see you again, brother? That's what we want to know. Is it going to be soon, or are we taking another 3-year break? What's going on here, Pain Train?
I don't know. I like to eat too much.
So it's up in the air. All right, we'll see where it lies, guys. Is there anybody you want to thank out here?
Yeah, my wife and my baby, Kinley. I tell you, they've been here through the thick and thin. My dad, he's been at every single one of my fights, matches, football games, everything. My mom, all our sponsors, Odessa at Fall Branch right there, guys. True Line Construction, Rainbow Motors, Honda Kingsport. My cup man and corner man, and one of my best friends, Jody Chapman. Casey Oxendown, my coach. And I appreciate every single person that come out and stayed late tonight to watch. Thank you.
There he is, guys. That's the Pain Train, Anthony Boyd. Come on now.